If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards with event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, look at Mtgo Academy's selection by trading our official bot, Academy Sellbot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
Alright, welcome back for round 3. We have lost a dice roll, but this hand's okay. So once again, it's going to be a turn 2 Scepter. So we're not going to mulligan. Let's see if our opponent can beat it. Our last round opponent did, but let's see what happens. Our opponent's first plays Basic Forest into Noble Hierarch. So we're just going to bolt that. Buys us some time, and we still have a bolt for this Ice Crown Scepter. I'm just going to play Swamp next turn and play Scepter with Gondra Castle. So this means it's going to be a Dark Confidant. I think I'm going to play Dark Confidant first. This like holds off Scepter activation for another turn, but having Dark Confidant in play is just, the more longer in play, the better it is. So Gondra Castle probably means some kind of green-white hate bears. So it looks like he has Path to Exile on my Dark Confidant, which is okay. We're going to get a Mountain, because it's the last one in our deck. So our opponent's already down to 4 cards. This way we can actually get to untap and Scepter and use it. Let's hope he doesn't have Geist. Doesn't look like it. It's tapping 3 mana. Flicker Wisp, okay. So if he doesn't play land, I'm just going to, I'm going to kill this Noble Hierarch. We'll take 3 from the Flicker Wisp, but it's not a big deal. We could put Path, that way we can get rid of like everything he plays, but he's kind of tight in mana, so I just want to get the bolts. So he drew Blood Curse for the turn, so we're kind of out of action. But our opponent only has 2 lands, he's stuck on 3 mana, or he has 3 cards in hand, stuck on 2 mana. Ghost Quarter. So oddly, that's fine. We don't have any basics left in our deck, but he doesn't know that. And he's probably stuck on mana too. Scavenging Ooze, so we're just going to kill that before we can grow it. Should know the land. So we're going to take 3 again, going to 12. But we do have Path open just in case. He only has 2 cards in hand, and yeah. So it's kind of unfortunate Dark Confidant got killed, but we did get to use Ice Crown Scepter the next turn. Alright, Hierarch. So we're taking 4 going to 11, and this time we're just going to kill the Flicker Wisp. And we're going to do it before his next turn. That way he can't like untap Restoration Angel. Well, that's pretty good. I guess we'll do that now. We'll put the Path to Exile under the second Scepter. So against this kind of deck, I think this might be just a hard lock, at least game 1. He might have like a Kozali Pride Mage, but let's see if he attacks. No attacks, that means he definitely has Restoration Angel. Could have pathed that there. Don't feel a need to. We'll say go. And we'll start sending bolts to the face. We have this Terminate in case anything happens. So he's probably going to try to play multiple things in a turn, or like end step Restoration Angel. So we're fine. Like, we've drawn 2 removal spells. We don't have any more creatures, but our opponent hasn't played any spells yet. Blade Splicer, okay. So we're going to kill 2 things this turn. Aether Vial, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let him get a land, that's fine. Guess we'll kill the Blade Splicer so he can't blink it. And then path the Golem token. Then we can untap bolt this. So we still have 4 mana. This Aether Vial kind of makes it doesn't make it too much trickier. Like we have so much removal spells at instant speed. Kind of just looking for a creature to finish this out. Might as well just play our lands. Don't think we can get punished for that. And yeah, so this game's pretty firmly we're in great position. I'm pretty sure he has Restoration Angel. But besides that, I don't know what else could be in his hand. He could have his own paths. If we draw a Scepter, I think I'm just going to hold it till we draw another burn spell. Alright, Simian Spirit Guide. We are casting that. That is getting in play. We'll just say go. Kind of like shows a little bit more of our deck to our opponent. But there's no reason to hold it. So double Ghost Quarter, not worried about that. Go ahead and bolt him. So this game might take a little bit long to finish, but we have great control of the game. So Drew Dark Confident. That's good. We are at 11. But like our deck only has 2 3-drops and the rest cost less 2 or 1. So I'm not gonna not play it. Let's see what it puts into play. Thalia. Okay. So we're just gonna bolt that. This can prevent 2 damage. So this still lives. He can actually Restoration Angel this. But in response we can kill it again. Avid Mind Sensor. I don't know if he intended to play that. So I guess we just... Oh. Let's let this Lightning Bolt resolve, and then we'll path the Mind Sensor. I was really thinking it was going to be a Restoration Angel. I'm surprised it wasn't. So he takes 2. We'll play this Dark Confident, leave open our Path to Exile. He didn't get land, so probably he only has 1 forest, 1 plains. That's good. So this is just a terminate, or even better, just exile any creature with no drawback. Vial went up to 3. Horizon Canopy. Use the white source to break it. Kind of interesting. I think I probably would have used Ghost Quarter. I mean, he can double Ghost Quarter us, but he can't take us off the color. He can get us down to 1 white. Yeah, I'm not worried about this at all. So we draw off Dark Confident. Yeah, Blood Chief Ascension. Probably won't be too relevant this game. So we're actually going to path this and then save our bolt for his face. He can Ghost Quarter us in response. It's like, it doesn't even matter. So we're just going to play the Blood Chief and the Eidolon, try to get this game over as quickly as possible. Actually, like, that'll put us to 8 when we bolt him. I think I'll just hold it, actually. So we gotta make sure to bolt him before his end step. Three, 4. Linvala. That does nothing against us. Actually, I wonder if that affects this in our hand. Probably not. Activate abilities of creatures your opponents control. Yeah, so I guess I'm pretty sure we can still add red mana when it's in our hand. Let's go into the face. This gets a counter. But he's at 5, so he's just dead this turn. And let's see what we flip. Helix. Yeah, okay. So probably our opponent just probably stayed there to gain some more information. Because he did get another card from us. Aether Vial on 4. Restoration Angel cannot actually save this because it's an angel, and you can't save angels with Restoration Angel. My opponent said whoops. And we won that game. So let's go on to our sideboard. So it's green, white, hate bears, just like efficient creatures trying to mess with us. These could be okay, like they just get dead after a certain point, the fallouts. We could have Blind Obedience, we can bring in Rakdos Charm. Graveyards didn't seem too relevant. You could have Kitchen Finks after board. It does kill Aether Vial, but I'm not too sure if I'm worried about that. He's probably going to definitely bring in, Artifact Enchantment Hate. Take that into consideration. Blind Obedience shuts off like Vial blocking at instant speed. This kind of, see, I don't know what I would want to take out though. Eidolon doesn't seem great, but it seems okay. I think our deck's fine as it is. We'll try this out and see if we regret not sideboarding anything. Like none of the cards seem too much better than what we already have going on. We could just take out all our artifacts and enchantments and make his cards dead. Bring in double volcanic, verdicts, and then like wear and tears. But it's so good. Like if we get 2 activations out of an Icecrown Scepter, it's just insane. I mean, it's not insane, but it's just sweet value, and we can't pass up on value like that. So our opponent's going first, and we have to mulligan. They kept their 7. Yes, we like to mulligan. No, we would not. So with this hand, we can actually... So let's see what our opponent does. We can go turn 1 Eidolon of the Revel. So Forge Tender, that's okay. So I'm actually going to do that. Makes our Goblin Guides hurt us, but like Goblin Guide doesn't do anything this turn. We could play 2 Goblin Guides and attack. We'll see if this Eidolon does work. No green mana yet. Chalice on 1, what the... Okay, that's pretty good against us. But we drew a spell we can cast at least. I think we do want Blood Crypt here. I could have got basic. Swamp. We don't have Godless Shrine. We take 2, so we're at 15, but now we have at least something going on. We can't attack through the Forge Tender. So our opponent's at 16. So they can't cast Vial. Oh. We're drawing 2 cards this turn. We don't really have a way to answer that. We're going to play cast a spell, and then this says you may cast the copy. Okay, so that does nothing. So we play the Eidolon. We go down to 11, but then every spell he plays burns him pretty hard. And then, so we can take this, go to 8, and then eventually worry about blocking it. So we definitely want to bring in Rakdos Charms, it looks like. So we go to 8, and we start trying to race him. If he plays any spell, he'll take 4 damage. That's what he's doing. Looks like another Blade Splicer. He added 2 white and 1. Oh, Flicker Wisp, same thing. So maybe I don't want to fall out. Maybe I do. Like it has a lot of targets, but his Forge Tender stops that. Do another Scepter and a Spirit Guide. Alright, so we're dead. I'm just going to concede this one. Chalice is pretty good there. So yeah, that's one of the drawbacks to Scepter. We also didn't draw a 3rd land, which is kind of odd. So we don't want Rakdos Charm or Wear and Tear. I think we're on the plan of taking out the Scepters. I think like having like a guess verdict, that seems fine. It allows us to answer the Forge Tender. And we want Rakdos Charms. Okay, we'll go through this. See how that works out. We're going to play first. Hopefully not mulliganing. And this hand is more than acceptable. 2 removal spells, 2 Dark Confidence, a Goblin Guide. So if he does Chalice on turn 2, at least we'll have this in like some kind of board set up. So we'll play Blood Crypt turn 1. Then next turn get a Sacred Foundry. Our opponent mulliganed to 6, but then kept. Play Blood Crypt. Play Goblin Guide. And attack for 2. So our opponent unmulliganed instantly, drew a Temple Garden. Took it. Play Forge Tender, okay. So yeah, so we're going to get a Sacred Foundry. We drew a Arid Mace, that didn't change anything. We could eventually path this guy, but we're not going to do it this turn. If he attacks, I'm tempted to actually trade with it. Let's see, tap land, and another 1-drop. Dismember, okay. So we can get a land, and then path this, attack for 2. Well, I'll put him to 10, actually, and then play Dark Confidence, so I'm definitely going to do that. We have a second path to get rid of his follow-up. And we have Dark Confident to draw some more cards next turn. Restoration Angel from our opponent. Hopefully he just leaves that up and we can get it with the path. And I'll put our opponent to 4. Okay, Blade Splicer. So that's kind of awkward. Like, so he does have the land. If we path the Golem, we can attack. Ooh, even better. So we're going to Rakdos Charm here. We are going to path here and attack our opponent down to a 6. We could have waited to path, like to see what this top card was, but we're going to path no matter what. He drew a Razor Verge Thicket. We'll play our Get to Encampment and say go. So we're doing okay. Let's see what our opponent plays here. Another Blade Splicer, unfortunately. So we drew Lightning Helix. I think we just want to hold it and hopefully go to his face. We can draw another burn spell. So we can kill a Blade Splicer in response, but I don't think it's worth it. I think this is the thicket he played. So I'm going to just try to hope we have both our Burst Lightnings kill him. And we have 3 more Helixes and 4 bolts. And we can also Rakdos Charm would kill him. So if he attacks here, we're taking it. And in turn, we're just going to go to his face. We could have played the Marsh Flats to thin our deck by 1, but like it doesn't matter too much. And he knew about the Dragon Skull Summit. Flicker Wisp and Restoration Angel. Okay, so we definitely need to draw a burn spell. We have 2 draws to do it. So let's go to his face. And we have like a couple turns of chump blocking. I think we can stay alive. Alright, we drew Rakdos Charm. And a Bolt. So we're just going to bolt him, and then if something happens, we can Rakdos Charm in response. So that game went pretty well. We had a very aggressive start, able to disrupt him, and we got the win. Alright, so we're 2-1, and we just got 1 round to go.